Yeah, good evening, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, humanist Stephen, right here on the show this evening. I am here to actually speak on a very, very important topic. Today, I'm going to play more of videos to you guys to actually listen to some videos, analyze those ones that I need to analyze, and play those ones I just need to play without not saying a word underneath it also, so that we can actually see where we are going to as a people and what we are intending to do as a people. Okay, Nigeria is becoming a backward state right now. We are not moving. We are not even stagnant. Okay, rather we are retrogressing. You know, when you say stagnancy, it's someone who is just in one place. Please share this video, guys, as you are coming in. Just press the share button. Like our videos, and you know, comment on our show. You know, something, guys. We have been stagnant for a very long time. We are not stagnant. Sorry, we are retrogressing. We are going backward. We are even moving back to the ancient days. In our existence as a people. The Nigeria of 2021 is worse than the Nigeria of 1954. Okay, the Nigeria of 2021 is worse than the Nigeria of 1954. Because the Nigeria of 1954 actually had water running, they had constant electricity, they had good roads, they had good healthcare services, and many things that makes life more comfortable. That was in 1954. But these very particular amenities are nowhere to be found in 2021. That is retrogression, not even stagnancy. And many of our political actors, both the young guys and the old guys, are always thinking of what they're going to benefit, what is coming out of what they do, what is their quick benefit. That's all they think of. That's all they work for. None of these people is actually thinking of the 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 mess that Nigerian had found itself today. And it gets me a little bit bothered when I see some of these young youth politicians who were supposed to have been, people that are supposed to be coming out to say the truth on what is happening, but we are one way or the other defending our political, benefactors. My question tonight is this: had any of these political leaders actually performed, particularly in this Fourth Republic? Any of them, from Olusegun Obasanjo to Yaradua. Thank God Yaradua did not even stay long, so we cannot go to count him so much. From Olusegun Obasanjo to President Goodluck Jonathan, now to Buhari, have they actually performed? All the governors from 1999 till date, have they actually performed? What are their report cards? Based on your own assessment, as one who had actually lived all your life in the diaspora, particularly the Europe and the America houses of it, can you actually sit down and draw a report card, giving them a cushion on what they have done? You say, okay, Mr. A, Governor A had performed very well, that his legacies are still lingering after he had left office. What are the projects that they've done that will make you to continually support these people? I've been around now for 2 weeks plus right now. We've never had anything like light seizure Yesterday I saw a church, I think Mercyland in Warri. I saw him had, they imported one giant Meccano diesel generator. This lister, giant one, even taller. It was taller than Prophet Jeremiah. And I watched on his Facebook wall. I see Prophet Jeremiah praising the work that they have done. Guys, I felt ashamed. I felt ashamed. Not only for our leaders, even our religious leaders. Not only for our political leaders, even for our religious and traditional leaders. In the 21st century, a nation that has all the mineral resources, both solid and liquid, is actually celebrating a generator. I felt ashamed. Not for the prophet, no. I felt ashamed for the system that is already dead. Particularly in the last 6 years of this present Fourth Republic. I felt like Nigeria is sinking by each passing day. I'm going to play a video to you guys to listen right now. In 2014, some eminent Nigerians, they call themselves the Save Nigerian Group, led by a pastor, Pastor Tunde Bakari of the Latter Rain Assembly in Lagos. The then Major General Muhammadu Buhari, who is now the president, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the then governor of Lagos State, Fashola, Professor Pat Otumi, Professor Wole Soyinka, Yinka Odumake and his wife, Bankole, and many other celebrities, even up to Jide Koshoko. This was what he said in one of the videos that I was able to get across right now. This video, the credit is going to Channels TV. It's actually got it from Channels TV, but I need to put it up for you. So the source is Channels TV, and the credit to this video is going to Channels TV. Okay, guys.
Subsidy, they will share the money. They have already shared it before collecting it.
Yeah.
They say
Let me take it back.
over 400 billion will go to Jonathan's government. Over 400 billion will go to state government. Over 200 billion will go to local government. They have already spent the money before they earn it. They are just fooling color day to come and supervise an empty collection.
No force on earth can stop this revolution. The fact that I am here today.
Now, this guy here, this is Tunde Braywhite. This is one of the greatest academicians in Nigeria. This lady here, very close to Tunde Braywhite, is actually the wife of Yinka Odumake, the late Yinka, the one that just died, the activist that just died a few months back. This is the wife. She's also an activist. So these are great men. They are still alive. They are not dead right now. They are not dead right now. All these people you see here today, they are all still very much alive. They are all still very much alive, but they are not saying anything in this very particular condition that we find ourselves today, guys. None of these guys are speaking anymore. They are quiet. They become a little bit deaf and dumb. Let's just listen. Let's continue, guys.
My children with those wonderful Nigerians send the message to Abuja and wherever they are that the struggle for which we have been planning and working all these years have now taken off.
Governor of the Central Bank, Sanusi, came to Lagos and said, if you don't remove fuel subsidy.
Now, the guy speaking right now, the guy you hear speaking right now, that is Femi Falana, the son, the human rights lawyer. That is Femi Falana speaking right now. The guy you're hearing, that's Femi Falana speaking, guys. I'm going to play a lot of video for you. I know I have to start from here to take us from where we are. Please share this video. That is Femi Falana speaking right there on that very particular podium. That's Femi Falana speaking. Okay? But these guys today, they say nothing now, they hear nothing, they say nothing today. Let's go ahead.
This country is not going to collapse. Those who are going to collapse are those who are cheating the Nigerian people. When my father was fighting,
This is Femi Kuti. This is Femi Kuti, the son of Anikbolako Kuti, popularly known as Fela. This is the son of Fela. Here on that show of shame in 2014. All these guys, they are not dead, guys. They are all still alive. All these guys you see today, they aren't dead except Yinka. Every one of them is still hale and healthy. But today, they are deaf, they are dumb, and they are blind to what is happening. They've left the stage right now. They've created a mess. They've left the stage for us to carry on. They created this mess that we are in today. Okay, guys, let's go ahead.
I was 13 years old. I am 50 in 6 months. My son is 16. We still have no electricity. We still have no health care. People are poor. People are dying because of 10,000 naira in this country. And people are stealing the greatest Nigeria.
For several hours, the speeches went on.
Democracy is government of the people, for the people.
This is Fela. This is Fela Dorothy. This is Fela Dorothy here. The guy who actually contested under the platform of Not Too Young to Run, in the 2023 election. This is Fela here supporting the pull down of President Jonathan's government. There is Fela today. They are deaf, they are dumb, and they are blind. None of these guys dare speaks anymore. That is why I still give maximum respect to Omoyele Sowore and the late Yinka. These are the people who actually realizes their mistake and they came back and began to fight to correct the mistake that they made in 2014. But every other one you see here today, they talk nothing about it. They are afraid to die. Okay, guys, let's go ahead.
The people. Who are the people of Nigeria? If we have democracy, you must listen to the voice of the people.
The government of our country.
This is also Mohammed. This is Mohammed Fayemi. That's the son of the late, legal luminary. Okay? We all know him, the father. This is the son who was a cripple, is also dead now. So these are people, these are prominent men that were cajoled into believing in that charade that actually happened at Ojota in 2014. All these people today are going to tell us that the 2014 government and the 2015 government and the 2021 government are the same. These are the people that have brought us to where we are today. They connived against Goodluck Jonathan, all just because reasons best known to them. Where are they right now? Let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead, guys.
Decided to impoverish us. We have decided to say no. The pump price of petroleum must revert to 65 naira.
You see that now? You heard that now? Say the pump price of petroleum must revert to 65 naira. When Goodluck Jonathan wanted to remove subsidy completely, they refused him doing that. They gave him conditions upon conditions. The man had no other option than to revert. But when Buhari came, he had increased fear from the 65 naira that he met it. No, 85 naira, 87 naira that he met it to 165 naira today. None of these people have been able to dare speak or to even question what the government is doing. None of them. Most of them, they are alive. In the last 6 years, fear have been increased 3 to 4 times. I did not see this carnival happening. I did not see any of these people coming out to talk about what is happening in Nigeria today. This is where we are, guys. We all must begin to tell ourselves the truth if we will move forward. Okay, guys, let's continue.
Anyone was thinking this was just a one-off. The protesters have less to say about that.
When everybody's coming out, please do come with some mats. Come with some mats, come with some food. We shall sleep on the streets.
See that? Huh? Said, come with your mat, come with your food. We shall sleep on the street. They had the government of President Goodluck Jonathan hostage. They had his government hostage for days. This is what they could not do. This is what they dare not do. This is what they cannot do. And this is what they will never do in this government. Now, who are actually our problem today? It is the people. Yeah, on that thing again from Rino Omakri. Here's something here. Here's something that he brought out we must listen to, guys. Hear this. Please just, this is going to be in audio, guys. Just listen.
The Buhari administration is completely broke. Completely broke. You know, Nigeria now owes about 36 trillion naira. You know, just 6 years ago, we owed just a third of that. We owed 12 trillion naira. Now we owe.
So, in 2015, Nigeria was owing the world 12 trillion naira. In 2021, Nigeria is owing the world 36 trillion naira. That's triple of what we were owing in 2015. These people that I just played their first video are not saying anything. And there is no infrastructure on ground to actually hold on to those. Okay, this is what this money are being used for. Both the APC and the PDP are all into this together because these monies are being shared among the 3 tiers of government, the federal, the state, and the local government. So none of these people is saying anything. Why? Let's continue because this very audio you are listening to is going to be for your own benefit. It's going to be for your benefit. If you have a dollar or a euro account in Nigeria, please listen to this video very well.
36 trillion naira. And last week, General Buhari was himself at the 76th United Nations General Assembly, and he was appealing for debt cancellation, debt relief, debt cancellation. Now, a lot of you, because if you don't have a financial background, you won't understand what that means. What that means is that Nigeria is no longer able to pay her debts in a sustainable manner. So that's why you're asking.
Nigeria is no longer able to pay her debt in a sustainable manner. It means Nigeria is broke. You only beg for people to forgive you your debt when you don't have the capability to pay, when you are completely broke. And that is the position of the Nigerian state today, based on the request of the president in the 75th, annual United Nations Council meeting that was held in the United States of America, where the president was pleading, and at the same time, he was begging for loan. Hear these guys.
Asking for debt relief. And then the Western nations, China, the Bretton Woods institutions, they know what that means. When you say, please forgive me my debt. Now, to show how unintelligent Muhammadu Buhari is and those around him are, you see, he's asking for debt relief, debt cancellation, and at the same time, he's asking to borrow an additional $4 billion and 708 million euros.
See that now? You're already owing 36 trillion as debt, Naira. You are also requesting for 4 billion and 700 and something thousand euros. And right there, you are begging the people that you want to borrow money from to please forgive you your debt. These guys, they are not speaking anymore. They are deaf. All you hear is 11 trillion naira to $11 billion to do a railway. You see, the longest railway, go it. I'm not saying you should believe it. The longest railway in the world today is in China. That linked about 12 cities in China together. It was built for 1.5 billion US dollars. Guys, go to Google and check that. Don't take my word for it. The longest railway in the world today is in China, built to cover about 16 cities in China on top of the water at a cost of 1.5 billion US dollars. So I don't know how from Lagos to Warri, Amechi said it's 11 billion US dollars. Between Lagos and Warri, I don't know how many waters that we have. And you know the way they're doing this railway, they don't even take it through the waters. They make sure that they take it through the lands, not even through the waters. So I don't know where they pay such a huge amount of money for a distance that is like 1/100 of what the Chinese are using their money to build. And their own is sustainable. The Chinese is dealing with the fast train. The Nigerian people are dealing with the locomotive train. Locomotive train is already going out of existence in the Western world. But that is what they are repackaging, refurbishing, and sending to us. And that's what they borrow money for, guys. And nobody's talking about it anymore. Nobody. Everybody's just quiet because we are all about what we are going to benefit. Let's continue, guys.
Now think about this. Think about maybe you're a banker or you're a lender. Somebody is telling you, I don't have capacity to pay anymore. Please forgive my debt. And then that same person is asking you, oh, by the way, lend me some more money. Now, it's conflicting. Those two scenarios are conflicting. They are conflicting. So it's to show you that these people, they are out of their debts. They do not even know how to manage the economy, and they are desperate for money. They're desperate for money. As I speak to you right now, they've been in denial all this time, but just 3 days ago, the debt management office came out publicly and said, listen, in the first 3 months of 2021, Nigeria spent 999.5 billion naira.
999.5 billion naira. 999.5 billion. That is just 500,000 naira left to make it 1 trillion. for 3 months to service debt. 999.5 billion naira. That is just half a million left. No, half a billion left, guys. Half a billion left to make it 1 trillion naira. Used in paying debt. What is the total budget of Nigeria? If 1 trillion naira is used in 3 months, it means in 1 year, we're using 4 trillion naira from the 10 trillion naira they budgeted. 4 trillion is going for debt servicing. No, this guy is talking. Let's go, guys.
Servicing debts. 999.5 billion naira servicing debts. So if you just add 500 million naira on that, that's 1 trillion naira. We didn't spend that on infrastructure, on paying salary, on education, on youth development. We spent it paying debt. So right now, and you can check this, you don't take my word for it, our debt to revenue ratio is 88%. 88% is between 83 and 88%.
Now maybe you guys don't understand it now. Debt to revenue ratio, that is the money where they make and the money where they owe. That's what you mean by debt to revenue ratio. So if you make 1 naira, for example, you are owing 88 naira. So if you give them your 1 naira, you are still owing them 87 naira. I don't know if you are getting me now. You work, they pay you 1 naira every day, but you are owing someone 88 naira. So at the time you finish from your work, you give the person your 1 naira complete, you should be owing the person 87 naira. So that is the rate of debt. Whereas in the international community, there is a law that if your debt is above 43% of what you earn, you can't get debt. You can't get a loan. It's also here. Go check here. That's why if you want to take a loan from any of the banks, they are constantly ask you. They do your calculation to make sure that your salary after expenditure is about 60% of what you are supposed to pay for the loan you are carrying in Europe. So when you have done all your expenditures, your salary is or should be 60%. %60 of what is left. Okay. So that's just how it is. So let's continue, guys.
So on the top end is 88%, on the low end is 83%. And you can Google this. In the United States and in Europe, banks will not lend any money to you if your debt to income or your debt to revenue ratio is above 43%.
Okay, guys.
Nigeria's is 88%. That is more than double the healthy ratio. Now, why am I warning you? Listen, the Buhari administration is desperate. And I was a presidential spokesman for 4 years.
Check this now.
Even in Muhammadu Buhari's office. I'm a very generous person. And when I was in office, where I was going to these people, they gave me information. There is there are $16 billion in domiciliary accounts in Nigeria. $16 billion. $16 billion. Now, look at that. What this means is that Nigerians who have, because if 3 years ago, I did a video, and you can check it out on YouTube, urging Nigerians to change all their money to dollars because the Naira was going to crash. At that time, Naira was 280 Naira. As I speak to you today, Naira is around 80. I was right.
Now, let me just tell you what he's trying to say that is this. Early this year, they came up with a law that you can't send Naira from abroad to Nigeria anymore. So you're going to send only dollars, euros, or pounds in hard currencies. Then you get to the bank, you cannot take. So many of us now went and opened a domiciliary account where we cannot keep our monies in. And right now in Nigeria, now, money belonging to private individuals is about 16 billion US dollars in different accounts in Nigeria. And the government of Nigeria is actually planning on how they can either take the money or tax the money. Why did I believe in? When I went home, to start off my business there, I actually transferred money into my domicile account. And when I transferred the money from here, this place, they only took €5 from me, which is about $6 for transferring from here as charges. When my money landed in my account, they took $9. Immediately it landed, they took $9. Of every money you send, they took $9. Of every money you send into the account, the Nigerian government will take $9 from you. Then, if you want to transfer the money into someone else's account, maybe you are buying something, you are paying school fees, maybe you want to buy something from other people, or you want to do exchange, you want to transfer to the Aboki man, account, they will also take another $9. They will not take 13% of your $9 again as VAT. No, as stamp duties. When you were transferring from here into your account, as money landed in your account, they will draw $9 from your account. Now, if you want to not buy something with it, with the money, then they're going to take another $9 again. They call VAT. And they will not take 13% again of that $9 as stamp duty from your money. So at the end of the day, you see them taking a certain amount of your money in dollars now. If you're not converting to naira, sometimes maybe you transfer maybe 5 million naira into Nigeria account, you are paying about 100 and something thousand to these people. At the end of the day, what they're going to take from your hard-earned money. These are monies you never worked right there in Nigeria. You actually worked it abroad. You've paid for the transfer from here to there, but they make sure you pay when it's landing. You pay when you are transferring to someone else to buy anything. So if this idea of they having a plan to not come and make a law to either take our money, or let me just play so that you don't look as if I'm the one that's talking, guys. Let me play the video all through.
Okay, guys. People didn't listen to me, they've lost their money. But going back to the point, Nigerians have $16 billion in domiciliary accounts. That is accounts that they've opened in foreign currency in Nigerian banks. Now, what this administration is telling you now, they want to come up with some kind of legislation to tax that money or even take it. They are coming up with legislation because they are desperate. So they want to come up with legislation to either tax that money or take it. So if it's above a certain amount, like they tax it. If it's below a certain amount, they take it. They are trying with these legislations and they are desperate people. So if your money is in a domiciliary account in Nigeria, it is at risk. It is at risk, not from thieves, not from the banks, from your own government. So I just put out this warning because Nigerians have not been irresponsible. It is Buhari and his clique and his gang, his cabal that have been irresponsible. So they do not pay the price for Buhari's greed, incompetence, and mismanagement. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye-bye.
So that is from Monkey right now. So sorry guys. That is from Omokri. Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, they do everything they want just to make you frustrate you. Now, let's also look at that video of Nigeria. We have to, like I said, I'm going to play more of a video today and just put analysis on them. That's what I'm going to do tonight. That's why I said necessity today.
This is Abuja. It's happening here now. And,
now, you see that today, when I talk, it's not about religion right now. It's not about ethnicity right now. It's about some group of people who want to always use the religion and ethnicity to divide us the more. Who is actually creating the war is these big men. They try to brainwash the mind of the people against the other people, using religion and ethnicity as a tool for them to perpetually impoverish these people. This is happening in Abuja. These are Muslims who are actually protesting against Buhari bad government. Listen, guys.
this is a protest from the Muslim community trying to stop Muhammad Buhari making resign, leave the government. Nigeria is not fine. The whole Muslim community came outside today. This is this is Abuja. Even the Muslims are not happy about what is happening. The Northerners, if you can see them. This is Abuja. They are taking over the whole road. Have you seen it?
If it was in 2015, it was the big men that were doing it. That's why the government was listening. Now it's a nobody. Nobody cares. They're going to send out the mobile police now, or the policemen, to kill these people. That's the truth. But during the time of Jonathan, it was the political gladiators who actually, sponsoring that very particular protest. But today, you don't see any of them because they are not benefiting from the corruption that they have created in 2014. All of them. All of them. All of them.
It's a very serious protest, a very massive one. A very massive protest. Are you saying that? It's a very massive protest. Very serious one.
Okay, guys. So that protest is just actually happened in Abuja some few days ago, where the Muslim community in Abuja came up and said, "No, we are tired of the pains that we are going through in this country." They came out to exercise their displeasure. But right now, if you see there right now, it was peaceful, coordinated. But on the other part, where particularly the certain people went into protesting, you saw what happened there. They used religion to always divide us. They use religion to always want to break us. They use religion to always want to create us to look as if we are against each other. This is what they do because they know one of the greatest weapons you can use in a country that is so religiously fanatical like Nigeria is religion. With that, they can buy into anything. That is it. They understood this idea and they are making good use of it perfectly well. Okay, guys? So that's what is happening. Now, there's another video again. I want you to listen to this young man because I'm not going to take too much time today. I want you to listen to this young man and see what he said. It might look a little bit awkward guy, but it makes a lot of sense. I said, okay, this must be something I must bring before my people. Just listen to him while he talks, guys. Listen.
They are good. They are fighting useless corruption. Hungry day. Hardship day. People are suffering. Economic recession. Budget they padding. Budget they miss. Herdsmen are killing. Kidnapping. Robbery. SARS. Problem here and there. Abacha Luther. Obasanjo Luther. IBB Luther. They recover. Somebody return 1.9 billion. Somebody return 16.9 billion. Somebody return 58.7 billion. Ministry of Petrol return 16.9 trillion. All the foreign countries don't return local money. Not the 10 naira. 3 trillion they return. Corona return money. Fire share return money. Metal return money. Dashiki return money. Get Ibori return money. They see go China go borrow. They go France go borrow. They go UK go borrow. PDP rule 60 years. They borrow 6 trillion. All they want new power. Doctor, Goodluck, Ebere, Jonathan, best Nigerian president. He paid. He paid 2 trillion. He paid 4 trillion for subsidy money. He paid 2 trillion. Useless APC. Useless Lai Mohammed, Mr. Foundation, don't find generation. Tata Malu Buhari. Then go borrow 35 trillion for 5 years. Monkey they swallow money 4 million. Snake don't swallow money 22 million. Python don't swallow money 40 million. Chimpanzee swallow money 82 million. 2 years begin go pushing a rat with his stone. The same rat pushing Mr. President office. The one of it office. I thought I would fire Buhari, fire APC. Useless party, useless APC, APC virus. PDP stand for Be Protect, Be Democracy, Be People, APC A all, Be Professional, C Criminal, APC now is A all, Be People, C Coronavirus, APC virus.
You know, that guy might
Something in
look,
Abuja.
so that guy there might look entertaining. In that very show you saw that it might look entertaining to you, but it was actually making a lot of sense. This is the pain of an average Nigerian right now. This is the country we find ourselves. Every Nigerian today understood that Nigeria is already dying. We are in a state of medical quagmire. We need divine intervention from every sphere. Nobody, today, there's no governor in Edo State, in Nigeria, that I'm going to exempt. They are all one and the same. All of them, they've not performed to the expectation of the people. We might praise them for some of these, mediocre projects that they do here and there, but they have not actually done nothing. Yesterday, in this community where I live here, a construction project was actually awarded by the local government, the commune, not the state. A massive construction project was actually awarded by the local government, the Solitary commune, not the Stockholm state or Stockholm stad, which we like the Stockholm state. The Solitary commune awarded a massive construction work, a road construction work on a new layout that they are building. So when we praise these people, sometimes I laugh. You know why I laugh? Because we have not actually gone out. I just told you now the longest bridge today in the world is in China. It was built for 1.5 billion US dollars. You're going to build a bridge from Warri to Lagos for 11 billion US dollars. And do you know who's going to do that? Who's going to do the construction? The Chinese company. My question is simple. The same company who executed the same job in their own country for 1.5 billion, 10 times longer than the one you are doing, will come to your country and do the same rail project for 11 billion. The same, even shorter. Yeah, the cost of living is low. The tax from the government in Nigeria is low. The salaries being paid to the workers is next to nothing. So how did we get to 11 billion on a project that's supposed to cost less than a billion? That is where we are finding it difficult. People are enriching themselves at the detriment of the nation. That's what the young man was just saying right now. It might look funny in his approach, but it was actually making sense to us. Make thunder fire all these people. All of them. All of them. Who have decided to keep us in this perpetual poverty. It no go better for them. All of them. All. It no go better for them. I heard somebody was talking today that government to not actually employ. Yeah, we believe that. Because some of these people who live in Nigeria that does not actually understood how the European system works. They want to tell us how the Europe actually works. Let me educate some of us who live in Nigeria, they who are also a social media presenter. They always come online and try to compare Nigeria system, European system, and try to say we with Europe. Listen, but if you have a job, if you want to open a company in Europe, the first thing, they create a very enabling environment for you that the company will not die. Number two, the insurance system is working perfectly well to protect you from not losing your income. Number three, they create an environment that will make your business not to liquidate overnight. Number four, the external bills you pay is on the minimum in order for you to have a protective business to strive. Number five, corruption is near zero. These are facts and factors that we are not seeing in Nigeria. I've been there. I run a business there right now. Let me tell you guys, for 2 weeks that I've been away, I've lost hundreds of thousands of naira. But I'm just here trying to come and fix one or two things here and return back. And they know I'm coming back. For just 2 weeks, I've lost hundreds of thousands of naira. That is the Nigerian system. So the government does not want you and I they don't care, because all they want is they will make sure they shrink you into liquidation. The average Nigerian citizens today are more corrupt than even the government. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to live in palatial duplexes. Everybody wants to drive exotic cars. The Nigerian that we have ourselves today, that is a problem. That is why 11 billion can be used to build a railway that is 10 times shorter than the one that was built with 1.5 billion. Maybe the actual cost of that money, based on their profit and everything, will run up to $3 billion US dollars. The other 9 billion will be shared among the criminals because somebody wants to live like a king. And he does not have the resources to live like a king. What does he or she have to do? They have to find a way to make sure that they get it at all costs. So getting at all costs will not amount to stealing from the people in any way possible they can find it. That is the truth there. So if you live in Nigeria, you're not saying, oh, the government, cannot provide jobs. Yes. When we talk about enabling environment, it's not about security alone. When they talk about enable environment when it comes to business, this boys own team, they're just security. No, it goes beyond security. What are the existing laws put in place to protect companies from liquidating? This is what is being done in the Western world. Sometimes the government also gives you what we call a soft loan. Sometimes they give you grants. The difference between loans and grants. Have you know that, guys? Loans are payable. Grants are not payable. Sometimes the government gives you grants in form of equipment or whatever, just to boost what you do. There's a story I heard in Italy, I think it was in Italy also, where the people, the man, there's a farmer there. No, it's in Britain. It was in Britain. There's a farmer in Britain who was complaining now that due to the exit of Britain from EU, he could not get workers to work in his farm again. One farmer guy, one farmer. The minister that's in charge of labor and agriculture in the United Kingdom went to the man's farm to go and do investigation. He only talked on news. The British government picked up just one guy complaining and went to his farm. And after they discussed with him, had all this discussion with him and all that and that. I'm telling you now, the minister went to one man's farm. Not that I'm not even sure that farm must be is a massive, I'm not sure. That is enabling environment. Trying to be there to protect everybody. Do we have that in our country? So when some of you are talking, you guys are always making money, quick money from the system. Sure, you're not actually investing into the system. Today, in Edo State, for example, all our boys are into CFOs. Service rendering is not a business. Because you don't have any cash you put in. You are only collecting from the people. You render the service for a while. Service rendering actually also kill the economy if there is no capital investment that will require the flow of income within a state or a community. And most of the time, when these guys get this money from us in the diasporas, it ends with them. They have no business that they have invested in. Rather, they go into buying exotic cars, building, palatial buildings, and also want to live like the way we live. This is the truth, guys. This is the condition that we find ourselves today. We try to pretend. When they are on the news, they try to protect, to defend these people, all because of what they're going to get from them, not because they actually like you and me. That is the Nigeria we are in today. A messed up one. A messed up. We must begin to tell us the truth. Okay? Now, I have another video I'm going to play here again, guys. Just listen to this one quickly.
Just to get to Ife.
Watch this video carefully. This criminal was caught on camera.
Officer of the law. Officer of the law. Officer of the law. What else, sir? I might get changed.
So you can imagine that even when you give now, when you now give police money on our highways, they give you change. They give you change now. You not give them money, they give you change. That's what they do now. They not give you change. Just watch.
This is 200. This is 300. 200.
How much do you get?
1,000 I give you now.
How much do you get?
200. 400. 500. 600. 700. 800. No. I go settle plenty na just I dey go. I beg. Now the one where they cause quarrel between me and una be that. No. I dey serious. I beg, no vex. I did very. I beg, no vex. No vex. I don't where they cause wahala between me and una be that. They'll give you money, you go see the one the chop person on top.
So guys, you say no, Sister Rita, Ma. What I'm saying is, I don't even care about the driver. I'm just saying that the Nigerian problem. We are talking about the Nigerian problem. This never happened in 1960. Are we progressing? Are we stagnant, or we are retrogressing? That's my critical my critical point. Are we moving forward? Are we in one place, or we are going backward? What you just saw now is retrogression. We are not even stagnant. When we are stagnant, we would have been where we were in 1960. The Nigeria of today is worse than the Nigeria of 1954. We aren't progressing. We are actually retrogressing. We are not even stagnant. We are moving backward with speed. We are in an auto reverse without no control. And the truth of the matter is going to be you and I who have actually been exposed a little bit that can be able to save the situation. Otherwise, we will come back one day, we will not have a home again. Do you know that today the Zimbabwe dollar is bigger than the Nigerian naira? As of today. Do you know as of today, the naira is now becoming is the worst currency today in Africa, behind the Zimbabwe dollar. You get what I'm saying, sir? So this is becoming really worrisome to me. Sometimes I can't sleep. I can't sleep. Because I wonder, how are we going to continue like this? There's no hope for tomorrow. How are we going to make things right in this contraction? People talk about ethnicity every time. I'm like, come on, is the ethnicity that's a problem, or the high rate of corruption? Any nation that have so much corrupt people will never survive. The truth of the matter is, ethnicity actually grows on corruption. Ethnicity actually grows on corruption. Just 2 weeks in between I left home, left a thriving business in 2 weeks. That's why I said, if anybody wants to do a business, we all must think and work together. Individual business in Nigeria, you have to sit down there. Even one day you are not there, you are dead. Sister Vivian, it has gotten there. I can't sleep. Because, listen, I'm a very patriotic Nigerian. I've left home for over 2 decades, but my mind, my soul, my spirit is actually in that nation. That is my home. There is no way I can be accepted the way I am in my country, but today I can't even go home. Many people can't go home. A friend of mine that lives in the US was talking to me yesterday. I said, you need to come and invest. He said, sir, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that because that country I'm scared. She had to be home for 19 years. She had to be home for once. For 19 whole years. That's what the system has created for us, making us to become fugitives in our own land. We're not scared of coming home. Apart from the insecurity that is at home, the economy is in shambles, the political classes are criminals, there's no basic infrastructures that can actually, propel you to want to go home. And these guys are actually not doing nothing. When they're supposed to be trying to see how look at this man, what is his name? Bola Tinubu, the Jagaban of Lagos. He has been in London. He has gone through series of surgical operations. As of today, I know London has become a tourist center. In this last few months I was there, London would have made so much billions upon billions of naira and millions of pound sterlings because of the inflow of Nigerian politicians to come and greet one man. And what is this? Many people back home are still wanting such a man that does not have any single. 1 minute, guys. Does not have any single trust on the system to come and govern us. We that are living abroad, we are saying we are going home to fight for the betterment of Nigeria. These guys are moving away from Nigeria to spend our money. As rich as Bola Tinubu is, let's forget about the government. As rich as he is, can't he for one just build one hospital, in his name? Let's even call that the hospital belongs to him. A standard hospital, in Lagos. If this actually cares. Look at that. They showed the house of the estate of Oshomole. I don't even know where, if it was in Nigeria or in his wife's country, in Quebec. Okay? So sometimes I just want to one prophet. I think they say it's in Abuja. I don't even know who that prophet is anyways. He said that God said, listen, look at what the prophet said. The prophet said, God said to him that he has not finished with Goodluck Jonathan. That God told him that Goodluck Jonathan will be the next president. But God said, if only Goodluck Jonathan should decamp and go to APC. A pastor said that God told him. This was the same thing that Tunde Bakari said, that God told him that Buhari is the next one that will take Nigeria away from the woods. These guys, they've used God's name to create havoc in Nigeria. They've lied to the people in the name of God, that many people who have just been fanatical have refused to actually follow the truth All they do now is just to accept anything that comes out of the mouth of some of these people. Now, you know, in the last 6 years, this very particular party, the APC, have dragged Nigeria backward, and God is not telling you that Goodluck Jonathan should go to a party that have disgraced him, that have rubbished all his jobs. To not come to a party that have rubbished the entire Nigerian economy. That's where God is going to use him. Does God have a place to use someone who are in APC and PDP? Are they not Nigerians? This is how they have been misleading us with their fake prophecies, turning the entire nation into a charade, all because they want to make money. We all know the other one that day that they saw money from the former EFCC chairman in his account. It was one that was laundering money for them. I don't talk about pastors. You guys know I'm a pastor. But the way it's going in Nigeria is becoming some of us a little bit, tired. The system is not working. They are keeping quiet. When we talk, they will ask you, have you left God? Somebody have called me and said, Pastor Stevie, are you a Christian now, or you're not a politician? And my question was, what is more of Christianity than what I'm doing today? Jesus came to fight for humanity. Jesus never had a church. His intention of Jesus was to actually redeem man back to his maker. That was his job. So if me coming out to defend my people and fight for the common man, and I believe that Jesus is Lord and Savior, that makes me more of a Christian than many of them that sit on the pulpit and lie to the people. Somebody ask me, you've left church now, will not say you're not a politician. Because I always come out to defend my people, to educate my people on the way forward. Look at the system, guys. Look at what is happening in our nation today. Look at them. When the COVID-19 forceful vaccination, listen, guys, I'm not supporting Obaseki on that forceful vaccination. You guys know that. I've done a lot of videos on that before. Telling him you don't need to force anyone. Let it be a choice. But when the forceful vaccination came, you see all these pastors in Benin, they all through the street protesting against forceful vaccination. But I've never seen them protest against corruption. I've never seen them protest against hunger in the land. I've never seen them protest against insecurities on our highways. They only protest or speak on things that directly affect them personally. The reason why they came out to protest was because Obaseki said, no vaccine, no church. That will affect their offerings. That's why they came out. To protest. Can we continue like this? I know in the Bible days, the king was afraid of the prophet. In the Bible days, the kings were afraid of the prophets. If actually you are a true man of God and your people are dying in poverty, It's high rate of security on the land. They come and said October shall be a year of blessings. October is a year of divine breakthroughs. Like I said, I believe in God. I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. But the message of is gradually dying. As I'm very short now, our nation and our state is on ICU right now. The corona, the corona corruption has eaten deep. Has eaten deep into the lungs of our dear nation and state. We need the right people to actually to manage the situation so that the state will not give up the ghost in a very in a very funny way. People don't want to hear this. People don't want to talk about this. The nation is bleeding. Nigeria is broke. And if Nigeria is broke, Edo State is broker. We are broke. Hell broke. No money anymore. That is the truth, guys. If we don't join us together to recuperate these dying states, we'll come back one day, there will be no state for us again. That's the truth, guys. God bless you, every one of you. I appreciate you all. Thanks for always coming here to support me on this job. It's not going to be easy without you guys around. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow, if God's willing, as we continue to tell our people the truth. It might be difficult, but we'll continue to tell them. Thank you, Ma. 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 Thank you very much, Ma. I appreciate you. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. Okay? We appreciate you guys. Thank you, everyone. God bless you. See you tomorrow again. I sign out for now.